Brought to you by Lister Pros TV, streaming from Tempe, Arizona. And live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, Jordan Nielsen here, host of Real Estate Pros on Lister Pros TV, and today we're in Tempe, Arizona. Arm wrestling, Steve Penate today for round 2.
Come on. I'm nervous now.
I mean, I should be nervous. Like, I got pillows in my shirt to make me look a little buff.
Don't let this fool you, man. It's all fluff, man. You know the Reebok pumps? I got something like that for my arms. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for taking time out of your busy day to join me here in studio in Tempe.
Man,
this morning.
It's an honor. I love everything that has to do Lister Pros, you guys, the staff, the service, the quality, the podcasts you guys put out. I mean, so much value to the real estate industry. So for me, it's an honor to be here every single time.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming in. Now, we don't have a set topic for today, so these shows on Real Estate Pros, I pretty much just have people in. We have like discussion around real estate, and it's just a lot of fun for me to get to know people a little bit better. But you in particular, man, like when I think of Steve Penate, I think of somebody that is kind of intentional about quality content when it comes to putting out, because we know that a lot of realtors, you got the traditional stuff. You got just sold, just listed, and that's, oh my gosh, that's all we hear about. But Steve Penate, putting out content kind of, I see more as a realtor that actually pioneering around video, I'm not talking about today, I'm talking about because you started a while ago.
Yeah.
You're putting out videos. So how long have you been in the business so far? Actually, we'll give you an opportunity to introduce yourself in case somebody watching that doesn't know who you are. So tell us a little bit about what interested you in getting into real estate, and then kind of we'll go back to what we were talking about.
Awesome. So I am Steve Penate, realtor and host of the Steve Talks Real Estate Show.
Yes.
I have been a real estate agent now for 3 years. So I'm starting my 4th year right now in 2018. And prior to this, I was actually doing social work, where I was working with kids, but at the same time though, when the market was barely recovering from the nasty, horrible market crash we had, I actually started to flip houses.
Right.
So I was working, doing some flips and so on, and I ended up realizing how much I absolutely love the whole real estate world, the business world, So I thought I can actually combine both my passion for people and my love for business, and combine them both, and next thing you know,
here we are.
I'm a licensed real estate agent, and I started running. I hit the ground running once I got licensed. So
sweet, man.
That's a little bit about me, yeah.
And, okay, so you're going into year 4. At what point did you start doing video and content and stuff like that?
So
change it.
So
because I don't think I've ever talked to you about this story. Like what did you see? What did you think, or what was the mindset? Because there weren't many people that were actually doing video.
No one was.
Right.
No one was actually. Okay, so this is towards the end of 2014. So in 2014, the only videos any real estate agent was doing was just showcasing open houses. So no one was actually in it. Usually it was just, hey, here's this house, it has this many rooms and so on, and people were posting their videos on Facebook. But in 2014, when I became a licensed agent, something very interesting happened with Facebook. So Facebook started pushing native video onto its platform. Okay, so everybody knows Facebook wants to dominate the world, and they are well on their way to doing that. And so Facebook wanted to become a big market shareholder when it comes to video. Okay, so in 2014, I was listening to some marketers say, hey, if you're a small business or any type of business, right now is when you have to go all in on video on Facebook. So Facebook's, once again, redid their algorithms,
Sure.
and then they started to highlight native video. So prior to that, videos were being posted via links, like Vimeo and YouTube, so Facebook started to decrease that, and started to highlight native video onto Facebook. So with that in mind, I have been a huge fan of Vaynerchuk, and so he is someone who was saying you have to get into video right now on Facebook. If you do it now, later on you'll be able to reap because you went in first, So 2014, I decided to do video very differently. Okay, so the real estate world used to be very protected by real estate agents.
Right.
And then came the internet and just threw everybody out the water, So every piece of information that people needed to know about real estate, whether it's houses for sale, whether it's listings on the market, everything, people had it on the internet. So I figured, I have to become the Google of real estate before people have to go find it on Google. So I launched the Steve Talks Real Estate Show without ever even doing a deal yet. You know what I'm saying? So one of the most powerful things about social media is that, to a certain extent, you can portray a certain image, So no one knew that Steve hadn't done a deal, but I was telling people, what type of real estate agent they had to hire.
Right.
So my marketing strategy was always to give. I was literally giving people information. This is what you have to do. This is what happens. The inspections, the appraisal, you got to do this, you got to do that. And so people are being sold every single day by everybody, So the marketing strategy was selling without selling. People did not feel threatened watching my videos, knowing that I wasn't going for the ask. I always says, hey, this is what you need. Speak with your real estate agents. So my videos are always, hey, you and your real estate agents. Your real estate agents should be, So so one thing led to another, and my phone started ringing, my emails started filling up, and I was able to launch myself like that. What's interesting is this as well, is that my favorite part of it was that it's free.
Right. Yeah.
All it took was time. So I kept asking agents that had done really well, hey, what are you doing? And so up until that point, the responses were usually the traditional ways. You got to hit the phones. You got to, expireds, cancels, cold calling. You got to do open houses. You got to go knock on doors. And to be honest with you, I was so overwhelmed, first of all, because I was brand new. I was like, oh my gosh. Second of all, it was August, so it was like, scorching hot. I'm like, oh my gosh, door knocking, it's 120 degrees. I was like, you know what? I'll just go work at Burger King instead. You know what I'm saying? And lastly, even though right now I am in some fluency, I stutter. Okay, so on the phone, my gosh, I sound like a broken muffler, my biggest fear was that, the person on the other side would answer the phone and say, no, weirdo, click, you know what I'm saying? And then I'd be, doomed for life. My emotions would be just, that's it, to the heart, So I figured, okay, I can't be on the phones. And if I go door knocking, I would walk up to someone and just be like, like, I ain't playing with you. I'm telling you, I have worked with my speech therapist for 13 years now, So, I needed to at least do one or two deals just to feel a little bit of confidence that, hey, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to, resale real estate, So video allowed me to do that. I could stutter my head off, and thankfully I can edit it after, what I'm saying? But watching it was dreadful. I'm like, oh my gosh, what I'm saying? This is bad. This is bad, But okay, so doing the mailers was expensive. I mean, to be honest with you, high producing real estate agents, they spend money on marketing. They spend thousands of dollars on marketing. So as a new agent, most new agents, they're just worrying about having some gas money just in case they have a client they have to go show houses to. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So paying for marketing is overwhelming. So the incredible thing about Facebook and social media in general was that it was free. So I figured, you know what, I'm gonna go all in and see how this goes. And thankfully, it's gone pretty well.
Man, that is awesome. And it's how you began in video, and you've evolved over time, getting over the speech impediment, which is I can guarantee you that would probably hang up a lot of people from doing video, because I'm sure it's something that's not easy to overcome,
Absolutely.
And also, since you've started, you've also evolved your video game. So I think initially you were doing YouTube and Facebook videos and posting them in those mediums, but you evolved into doing live shows. So you kind of got over the fear of, people might think I sound like a muffler, but
a broken muffler.
A broken muffler, not a regular muffler, a broken one. And then so anyways, I would call you somewhat of a veteran in the video game when it comes to Facebook. So, how has it evolved? What are you seeing that is helping you be successful? I'm just saying that from a perspective of another agent. If they're watching this show and they're like, hey, I want to start into it, what is some advice that you would give? I think it's different. One thing is to just do it, and that's you get better about doing video and more comfortable in front of it. What are some things that you're doing, today in 2018 that wasn't necessarily working, or it may have evolved from 2014?
Yeah. So I think for a brand new agent, it's overwhelming because everybody has the secret. You know what I'm saying? So every single week there's an ad on our Facebook and Instagram, for a conference to attend, to a seminar to attend. This lending company wants to, train you for this, and this escrow company wants to, do this and so on. And it gets overwhelming because it makes agents literally run around like a chicken with their head cut off, just wanting to do everything,
Right.
So it's very important, I think, for a new agent to understand that our main focus as a brand new agent has to be, how are we going to generate leads? So it's funny because so many agents that are new are like worried about the contract and like, oh my gosh, I gotta study this and so on. And then I'm like, bro or ma'am, why are you worried about something that you don't even have one to write?
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm saying you have to worry about how I am gonna get someone so I can write that, and then I'll worry about that. And so many people have it reversed. Our main agents, they get a reality check when they get their real estate license and end up realizing, oh my gosh, I have to be a marketer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My gosh, I thought I was gonna show houses all day, and people were gonna call me, and it's gonna be flowers and roses all day, and then we get literally shoved into a world we weren't expecting. So many agents are like, oh my gosh, what do I gotta do? And so because of that shock, they end up running to all of these things, trying to figure out what's the easiest way to get there. One of the things I have decided to do is play on my strengths. So do open houses work? Absolutely. Is it my strength? Not yet. Do phone calls work? Absolutely. Is it my strength? Absolutely not. And so we have met many agents that have built very successful businesses just on open houses. As a matter of fact, prior to this, we were actually speaking about this incredible agent that was on Lister Pros that built a business, her first year, an incredible business off of open houses. And it's awesome because she probably realized, this is my strength. I know how to do this well, and I'm going to run with this, So as an agent, as a new agent, it's very important for you to get focused and stop running around looking for an easy way, because to be honest with you, the easy way is why in the real estate industry 88% of agents leave the industry within 3 to 5 years because they can't make it. So it's very important for agents to truly get focused on the pillar they want to run with, and then after that, once you get that pillar down and it's down really well, you can start adding other pillars. For example, right now I am starting to work on another strategy, my open house strategy. Why? Because it works. It works in someone,
Yeah.
But for the past few years, I have learned how to build a solid foundation with what I was going all in with, which was video. So I study video. It's crazy. Agents waste so much time. The average agent has so much downtime. Like, it's funny when he's, oh my gosh, I'm so busy. I'm like, bro, no, you're not. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not. And it's crazy because my downtime, I watch YouTube videos. I am seeing how I can edit better, how I can film better, how I can do things. And it's funny because people would say, well, that has nothing to do with real estate. But
Right.
in my eyes, it has everything to do with what I'm doing to generate leads.
Right.
And so most agents don't have the patience to sit down and learn how to do something. They would rather spend money, cross their fingers, hoping their phone is gonna ring.
Right.
And so I'm telling you, if you are a brand new agent, you have to get focused and make sure you don't get overwhelmed, because everybody has a secret. Everybody has their way. Everybody has certain things. Well, if all of those were true, 88% of agents wouldn't be leaving the industry every 3 to 5 years.
Right. And I think you bring up a good point where you're playing to your strengths instead of trying to mimic somebody else that is doing something. If video is not your thing, don't mimic Steve Penate. If phone calls aren't your thing, don't mimic these guys that are, doing it. You have to kind of find your strengths and kind of leverage those to be able to sustain yourself in the business. 88% leave after 3 to 5 years is a crazy statistic.
Crazy statistic.
So I think people must drive themselves into a wall and burn out because I don't want to make another phone call. They're doing things that aren't their strengths. There are times you have to do things that are maybe uncomfortable and but you kind of got to find your way about being able to leverage your strength so you don't hit that wall.
Absolutely. On that too. Okay, so in the gym, okay, I hate squatting. Okay, it's a. I think nobody likes working out legs. I think I actually
skip leg day already.
Yeah, exactly. Skip leg day.
Chicken legs.
Yeah, exactly. But it's crazy because your legs are one of the most important muscle in your whole body. It's actually one of the most important workout routine you could do is have the strongest legs you can. Okay, so I believe there are things that you can grow. So if I start working out my legs today, here in 6 months, I can probably lift a lot more than I can today. Okay, when it comes to video and so on, I think people can find their own rhythm. People say, "Oh my gosh, Steve, but like you're loud and like blah blah blah." I'm like, yeah, but that's just me, and it's okay if you're not like that. Because that's your strength, that's your personality. People don't want to meet you and say, "You're not that."
I don't recognize who you are. Your personality is different than on the video.
Exactly, But so I think, there are things you could get good at, and good is relative, Just because I'm loud and blah 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 and so on doesn't mean I'm good. It just means that it's who I am. It's my personality, and it's okay if yours is different and it's more mellow and so on. It's okay because people want to get to know you. I think that's one of the most powerful things when it comes to video and especially social media and so on. And I would say this actually, with the real estate market evolving so fast, as a real estate agent, you better keep up with the times if you want to make it. I remember when I started doing video, I was asking people, "Hey, what do you think about this video idea I have and this and that?" And then most agents I was asking, I literally had some agents say, "Don't waste your time." Hit the phones and this and so on, And so I ended up realizing that I was asking people that had never done it before.
Right.
I was asking people that were still trying to market like it's 1995, and so with the real estate world right now in a shift, in a transition with technology and companies like Open Door and iHome and OfferPad and so many and so on, it's very important that as real estate agents you keep up with the times, because if not, you are going to be an ancient dinosaur that no one is going to know about.
Right.
That is one of the things I absolutely love about the internet, because it's ever evolving. It's always changing. Social media's change. Instagram now, honestly, I find most of where I am seeing like Instagram going towards are stories. I'm so involved in stories because that's where I interact the most versus a post or a picture or a video I upload. Stories are where it's at. And it's crazy because Instagram wasn't like that 1 year ago.
Right.
And it's insane now with like the polls. There's so much that as a real estate agent you could absolutely leverage, and it's important you're able to evolve with the times.
Right. Well, Steve Penate, we could go all day, man. I'm telling you, man. We're going to have you on again in the next month or so and talk some more about video and just the real estate business in general.
We can talk forever about this, you and I especially.
We could. We did. I went over to your house once. We're like, hey, what? Anyways, so if people are watching this and they want to see like some of the things that you're doing, what's your handle on Instagram? How do people get a hold of you? Okay. Buyers or sellers, maybe they're interested in hiring you, or agents?
Everywhere, Steve Penate. Steve Penate on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. I actually, every time a new social media app or something comes up, I always go and register my name. Always. Because, you know, it might be the next big thing.
Gotta lock it down.
Gotta lock in your name. Because I don't want to pay $1 million.
Do you own StevePenate.com?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do you own it?
Don't go buy it, Jordan.
See, dude, I can't. Somebody already owned Jordan Nielsen. I might have to buy him out.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No,
So I'm Jordan J. Nielsen.
Hey, what about Real Estate Pros Podcast.com?
I'd have to look in that, but that one's probably taken.
Well, if it's gone, I just bought it.
Oh, no.
But I'll hook you up, though. I'll give you a little discount.
Give me a discount on the resale. I appreciate that, Steve. Awesome, man. Well, thanks for taking time out of your busy day to join me on Real Estate Pros, guys. And we will see you guys on the next episode.
Lister Pros, you got to use them.
Thanks, Steve.